Today, we are doing our weekly tier list. What does that mean? It means I'm going to be ranking and rating all of the episodes that we watched over the past week. That means there will be spoilers in this video because I'm talking about the actual episodes that aired this week. This is not a tier list for the entire anime season, okay? At the end of the season, we'll have a tier list for the whole thing. Right now, I'm just trying to push out additional content because there's nothing to watch Tuesday to Thursday. There's no shows, there's no reactions I can put out, so I'm trying to take advantage of this by making the weekly tier lists. Yes, that's the truth of the matter. It is what it is. Here we go. We're gonna get One Punch Man out of the way first because it's gonna be the thing everyone wants me to do, right? Everyone's gonna talk about how absolutely terrible the episode of One Punch Man was. The show's dying. We hate the production committee. Now that people are aware of production committees, they used to just say we hate JC staff and we hate the director and we hate the animators and we hate all those people. But now that they know what the production committee is and they realize it's not really JC staff's fault, they still try to find a way to blame JC staff. They're like, well, you shouldn't have taken the project. Well, guess what? Somebody else would have taken the fucking project, still not had the time to do it, and it still would have turned out bad. Because guess what? The fucking production committee doesn't care about the series. They don't care about you. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about anybody. They don't give a shit. They want to make money, okay? Now, what I gotta say about this, other people would put this at the end to keep you around for as long as possible. And actually, now that you mention it, we're gonna do it in the middle. No, we'll do it now. We'll do it now. All right, One Punch Man, we've been putting it in mid because it's been mid. Episode 1 was mid, episode 2 was mid, episode 3, come on, it was good. Episode 3 was good. It was a good episode. I enjoyed it. I was laughing my ass off the entire time. Is the animation a little janky? Sure. Is there actual animation? Yeah. I think that's all people really wanted. And if you're one of the people that are still complaining about, oh, why is it not the absolute best animation ever? It's never going to be that. Shut the fuck up. Find a different series to love, okay? Don't love One Punch Man. Move on. Find something else. They don't care about you as a fan. Don't care about them as a product. I don't give a shit if they don't care about me. I'm still enjoying the show. Episode 3 was funny. I really liked it, okay? I thought that there was actual animation. I think that what we got in episode 3 as far as animation goes, that's probably the best it's gonna get. Maybe, somehow, maybe, for the Garo Saitama fight, maybe we get a Blue Lock season 2 finale type thing. You know what I mean? Where the season 2 finale looked beautiful and it was just for that one matchup. And maybe that'll be the case for Garo versus Saitama. But don't expect anything else to really have much animation and be amazing. It's gonna be average animation. Episode 3 was average animation, and that's okay. Calm down. It's fine. It was all right? No, it was a good episode. You're wrong. Episode 3 was a good episode, straight up. It was hilarious. If you weren't laughing your ass off watching episode 3 of One Punch Man, don't watch the show. Because it's just, there's no point. You'll never enjoy it. It'll never be enjoyable to you. Because all you'll be thinking about is how bad the animation is. Your mindset will just be, wow, the animation's bad. I can't enjoy this. Yeah, well, guess what? It's fucking hilarious. So if you didn't find it hilarious, move on from One Punch Man. That's my best advice to you. Or you could keep on hate watching the thing and not find joy in your life and keep on being sad and miserable. That's your choice, whatever. A wild ass boss appeared. The first half of the episode was the hot tub shit, right? Oh, they made an RV, right? She literally created an RV out of stones and fucking wood, which doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how that works, but okay. She said it was alchemy, right? We all know the first rule of alchemy is to not talk about alchemy. Wait, no. The first rule of alchemy is the law of equivalent exchange. There we go. That's Fight Club, sorry. And I don't know how she equivalently exchanged stone into everything that would create an RV, including AI. I don't know, but whatever, because there was AI that drove the ship. The hot spring stuff, it's like, all right, okay, you guys are just trying to like, it was just a fan service half of the episode, more than half of the episode. The final part was them going into the dungeon and saving the other group, but then also saved by, I don't know, the whole situation was kind of weird. Can I be honest with you? The episode, kind of mid. Who cares? I didn't care about it. Next up, Genosha, peak. I love Genosha, dude. I'm looking forward to it every single week. It's so interesting. We got introduced to the concept of multiple Genoshas and also the engineer. So this is very much like, again, I only have Among Us to base this off of. I'm sorry, okay? But Apparently, Among Us has like roles and stuff like that now. I didn't even know that. I thought it was just an imposter. I have not played Among Us in so long. It's been forever. Also, apparently, another thing that has been made, brought to my attention is that in Werewolf, they can only kill one person, even if there are multiple werewolves. And it's following that rule set, not the Among Us rule set where these motherfuckers could just walk around killing people constantly. You know what I mean? So that was interesting. That was very, very interesting. Yeah, I just like the new characters. They were intriguing. Rakio really got to stop going against Yuri. Like, truly. Rakio going against Yuri is literally just, you're done. You're out. Automatically just getting kicked out every fucking time. It does not work. Stop it. So hopefully Rakio in like the next thing we do, it doesn't lead to that. Oh, we also found out that eliminating the Genosha threat does not mean it's all said and done. I think it has to be done without any casualties. That's the way it has to go. They have to somehow eliminate the Genosha threat without any casualties, because otherwise I have no clue. They did win. They eliminated the Genosha and we still had to reset. So I'm really intrigued. I like these new characters. I like that, like, we don't have to deal with a bunch of like random people. Now we got our cast and that's it. So awesome. And the character designs are beautiful. The animation is beautiful. I absolutely love it. So yeah, this is certainly the hidden gem of the season. It's another peak episode. Next up, Tojima wants to be a Kamen writer. Also another peak episode. Tojima wants to be a Kamen writer, staying in the peak section here. Really enjoyed this one. I thought it was extremely entertaining. We now got introduced to somebody that is the V3 version of Kamen Rider, and there is obviously sparking a debate of V3 versus OG. So they get into a fight, and you know, Tak obviously is riding for Tak, and then you know, oh, also, you know, the one guy whose name I don't remember, but he's trying to keep the freaking Shocker girl as his girlfriend because he does like her. The flashback was super fucked. They killed his grandparents. That was terrible. But yeah, I love it, man. I'm absolutely loving it. Peak every single week. I love this show. It is so much fun. The action, even though the action, like, animation is very much more in line with like part 1 of Sakamoto Days, where there's not a ton of the actual like animation for it. It's not like fluid and stuff. It's a lot of the zoom line, shaking camera and stuff. It's still so much fun and so hype. It kind of reminds me a lot of that, and also how Blue Lock season 2, even though there wasn't like crazy animation for most of season 2, it was incredibly hype. I was always locked in, and that's the way I feel about this. I'm just always locked in. It is amazing, funny, tons of action, love it. It is right up my alley, just the type of show I want. Okay, so let's talk about One Piece. One Piece. The One Piece episode this week was good. Here's why it was good. Nothing happened until the last 10 seconds of the episode. That's it. Nothing happened. The entire episode was terribly paced with nothing occurring. In the last 10, 20 seconds, they were like, by the way, the world's sinking, which was huge, amazing. That alone would put it in like a peak thing. But because the rest of the episode fucking sucked, it only gets in good. If they did not deliver the news of the world sinking, mid. It would have been a mid episode. But I am specifically only putting into good because that one detail. Because that one good, actually, the One Punch Man episode was better than the One Piece episode this week. It really was, in my opinion. I was laughing my ass off the entire time watching One Punch Man, and watching One Piece, I was struggling the entire episode. I was upset. Nothing was being told to me. They were prolonging. It was annoying. In the last 10 seconds, I was satisfied. But bro, it was rough. So that's just my opinion, though. And I know people are going to hate it because people want to hate One Punch Man so bad. But whatever. That's just how I felt. Chitose is in the Ramune bottle. A great episode. Oh, actually. Oh, I'm so torn on this. And here's why. I think we're going into good. And here's why it's going into good. The whole interaction with Kenta and these fucking assholes. Oh my God, it was so frustrating, bro. It was so frustrating. They were talking so much shit. There was only one line of shit talk delivered back at them. It was one line from Chitose delivered back at these fuckers, basically saying, you guys are losers and you're just mad that he's finally like moving up while you're staying stagnant. That's essentially what was said. And it was just not as hard as I wanted it to go, bro. Like, with all the shit that they were talking, at that point, drop a slur or something, you know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding, no. But they really should have called them, like, I wanted him to call them names. Call them piece of shit assholes. Tell them to fill themselves. Something, dude. I wanted more. You know what I mean? I wanted more. And he just like, was like, nah, you guys are... It's just like, it was kind of pussy. But the reason I want to put it in great is because now we're stepping out of the Kenta story, which we've been dealing with for the first 4 episodes, and we're moving into a romance plotline. Chitose got options, and I want to see where that goes, because Chitose is down on himself. As much as he was this figure to bolster and boost up Kenta, he relies on other people to do that for him, and he doesn't believe in himself. And I want to see where that storyline goes. And so it got me excited with the new storyline. The Kenta thing was annoying. It's going in good. It really is. It was better than these other ones, but it was just good because, like, bro, I needed you to go harder, hit harder. SANDA this week was great. SANDA this week was a great episode. Aside from the fact that he had to get naked, I guess because now he's more comfortable in his own skin. Whatever, I don't know. That's what we want to call it, but he just literally got naked for no fucking reason. Truly. And he is like a lot about his adult dick. I know it's specifically trying to be told in a way where it's not a weird thing between SANDA and the long girl. But with so much anime that we've seen, it's always a weird thing. So it's hard for those scenes to happen and me not to see it weird. Because also other people are gonna take it weird. People that watch anime chronically and don't live lives outside of it or touch grass, there's gonna be some of them that see it as a weird thing. And that's weird. That's just kind of how I feel about it. All right. Yeah. I mean, that was you know, for me, it was But that's it. There was good action. There was fighting against the dude that wants to kill Santa. Honestly, some funny shit, like him dropping out of the sky and everybody like seeing him like, oh my God. But also they were seeing his dick. Oh, also kind of sad, dude. Like, bro literally sees Longlegs and he's like, you're the only person that's not treating me like Santa, this savior, this God figure. And then what does she do? Sorry, but I'd rather be around Santa, the savior, the God figure, than be around you, SANDA. And that's fucking sad, dude. I'm trying to think of what's gonna go in the best episode of the week, and it is so hard for me not to just put My Hero Academia there again. Oh, Gachiakuta. Wait. Where the fuck is Gachiakuta? Is Gachiakuta deserving of being the best anime this season? Let's talk about Gachiakuta. Or not the best anime of the season, but the best anime of the week. Of the week, specifically. Gachiakuta's episode, we got Zanka making a last stand against Jabberwonger. Also, very interestingly enough, Zofar, what's his name again? Something like that. He is kind of saying something along the lines of Zanka maybe having another level to him, which is very interesting. Did Zanka actually die? We'll find out next week. But that was really intriguing. I think Zanka's gonna turn up. But we spent time there. We spent time with Bro and Bundesliga. He just wants information, so he was really intriguing. He's a new character introduced to us. I love all the whole like dynamic between him and Bro and Deer, and like that whole thing was really cute. Obviously, mostly because of Deer. So that was awesome. And we also kind of got to take a look more at the boss of the cleaners, because Bundes was able to see it or he was able to take in the information or lack of information from Bro and then determine a few things. And that's very intriguing. So that was cool. And honestly, Gachiakuta, more peak of the week. More peak of the week, bro. I'm always loving it. I love it. Yeah, I think My Hero retains its spot as the best. I truly do. It's so hard for something to top My Hero. Really, really difficult for that. Yeah, it's just so hard. How do you top My Hero ever, man? And the My Hero episode was so fucking good, dude. It's just more Bakugo stuff. Also, it had a lot to do with, you know, how Bakugo was very reminiscent of the second. Oh, and Bakugo literally beats. Oh, yeah. Easily, this is the best of the week. Once again, my hero best of the week. I just remembered Bakugo literally beats All for One, dude. Turns him into a baby, beats the shit out of him again, turns him into a puddle of cum. Insane. Bakugo popped the fuck off. Bakugo did his role. He got the job done, and it was awesome. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And maybe I'm just a My Hero Academia glazer, but it was just too peak, man. It was too peak. Until something pops the fuck off, it's gonna stay peak. Maybe something in Egghead will go crazy and take over. Maybe we'll get a crazy moment in Gachiakuta or some craziness in Genosha, or you know what I mean? But it's hard to imagine that that's gonna happen. So next up, may I ask for one final thing? A lot of stuff happened, but in the end, really, what occurred this week was our girl thought maybe there was gonna be some love confession shit going on with Julius, and that motherfucker is not confessing his love. He calls her a toy, again, favorite toy, and it's so fucked. If I was her, I would be so mad. I'd be livid. We get a little action here and there. I will say, I don't think Julius is aware of his own feelings, right? Because in the episode, they make it clear, like, if somebody's willing to die for you, to be hurt, to take damage for you so you're not taking it, there's love there, right? And he does that. He takes damage. So it's very apparent that he does have feelings for her, but I just don't know if he really, understands love. He might be a little, something's going on up there that's not connecting properly. The isekai girl killed the minister, the pet dragon, yeah. I mean, I don't think any of those things are like really all that crazy or like notable. He was just playing with her. It's part of the dynamic. Maybe it's him just trolling her. And that could be the case. He could just be trolling her and he is not like, disconnected up there. Not a lot really happened in this, right? We get introduced to like the religion element of things. We saw the girl that I think is being worshipped as one of the religious figures. I would say it was a good episode. It was good. Nothing really to write home about. Yeah, maybe even, no, I think good is good. I think good is where it is. It's good. It was a good episode. Spy Family, dude. Anya, the dynamic between Anya and Mr. Elegant, whose name I'm not really remembering, but I'm sure somebody's gonna bring it up in chat. I love their dynamic. That part of the episode, best part of the episode. It was so good. It was so fucking good. I loved them together because she is the way that she is, and he is the way that he is, and they are just so different. I loved it, man. I love the moment where she like pulls out the handkerchiefs. I got all the hankies now. Just so adorable, dude. Just so fucking adorable, man. I love Anya. Anya's the GOAT. Peak, I don't care, man. I don't care. Peak episode. Maybe we bring it down to great. Wait, chat, what was the other part of the Spy Family episode? Wait, yeah, no, definitely peak. Because the other part of the Spy Family episode was Sylvia, the handler. Great. I love that we got to see something of her, see what she does. Yeah, easily peak. That was a peak episode. I loved it. If it wasn't for My Hero just dominating right now, Spy Family might have been able to take the spot. But yeah, you know what I mean? Kind of tough. All right, man. The Assassin episode. Let's talk about the Assassin episode this week. Mid. The Assassin episode this week was fucking mid, dude. Honestly, y'all can't see it on screen, but I might move it down to trash. It was not a good episode. The entire thing, the pacing always too fast. No. I don't even have an issue with the pacing as much. The entire plot line was contrived. It was shit. It was not a good plot line. The entire way that it panned out, the entire storyline for her getting kicked out and like all of the different elements, like why the brainwash occurred and why everyone distanced themselves and why it just felt so like poorly written. Truly, the word that I was looking for, people said like, yo, maybe the word you were looking for was contrived. Easily, it was contrived. It was not a good, it was bad writing. It was just like, hey, let's just put together a backstory for the elf girl. And if it works, then okay. But hopefully the story gets back to being good. Because I enjoyed the beginning of the show, but that entire arc was shit. They tried an entire arc in one episode. Sure, maybe it would have been better if it had like taken longer, but honestly, I don't even know what the fuck else would have happened. Also, the fact that it's just like, yo, the dad shows up and he's like, oh, you guys are gonna just have to fight then. well, we're just gonna have to fight to solve this thing. And it's just like, what? And he had a plan the whole time. Nah, it just felt like shit. It was mid. It was just not a good episode. I would put it in trash. If trash fit on the screen, everyone bitched about how small the images here are. Everyone complained about how small the images are, so we can't fit trash. I want there to be the best peak of the week, great episodes, good episodes, mid episodes, and then trash. And honestly, it would go into the trash. It was just not good. It was fucking terrible. Yeah, for sure. The Ranma episode, right? So the Ranma episode, we are at the beach, and there's this whole, like, it's just continuing the same shit, right? What are we talking about? Ranma. Okay, Ranma. It's just kind of like the same, the show is just like following a pattern, right? You know, Ranma does something, or somebody does something to Ranma, which causes Ranma to have to react. Akane doesn't like it. She gets mad at him, but he wants to be on Akane's side. But obviously, everything's trying to get in the way of that. He has to deal with Shampoo more and her grandmother. And yeah, the episode this week, we just need to move on from this whole Shampoo, grandma, all that shit. Mid. It really was. It just becomes like a burden to watch the show. Truly, like continuing to watch it feels like a burden. But again, those are my feelings to this specific plot line, right? It's so hypocritical. It's fucking Shampoo's like, no, you can't be with Akane. You got to be with me because you beat me in my fight, and those are my laws. Those are my rules. You beat me, so now you're my husband. There's this other guy that loves me, but he didn't beat me, so... Oh, actually, it's not even that. It's this other guy that loves me. I used to beat him up as a kid, so he can't earn my love. It's like, what? It's just so... I don't know, man. I don't like it. I don't like that whole element to things. And maybe you loved the episode, sure. Maybe you thought it was hilarious, and maybe there was funny moments, funny enough to put it into good. Maybe. I'm trying to recall. I don't even know if there was a moment that I thought was funny enough to put it into good. I didn't like it. I didn't like the episode. But now that we've moved out of the fucking Shampoo plot line, with a grandma and stuff, and like Ranma being a girl and trying to get his manhood back, I think maybe I can enjoy the show a little more again. So next week, I'm looking forward to that. Fumetsu no Anata E, To Your Eternity. I feel like great is a good spot, and here's why. They're introducing a whole nother element to things. There's somebody else in play. No more knockers. For some reason, the man in black is not responding to Fushi, and also, people aren't dying. They fell from a bridge, no death. Mama got stabbed, no death. What the fuck is happening? It's very, very weird. I'm intrigued and I want to keep on finding out more. I want to see more, but it's very weird, man. Very, very weird. This girl killed her mama. So she's not all right up there, which is, it makes sense. It's par for the course, bro. She's Hayase, a Hayase descendant, rather. When do we get some Hayase descendants that aren't crazy? I mean, even the last one, the armed one, kind of crazy. Hayato, I think the name was. I don't even remember. So, I don't know if she's ever gonna, I think she's gonna be a problem. How? I'm not really sure. And also, again, there's a reason that the man in black's not talking. And there's a reason that people aren't dying. It's very intriguing. Next up, Yano-kun's Ordinary Days, another great episode. I think Yano realizes that he likes Kyoko. I think by the end of the episode, he finally realized. He's put two and two together. He sees the way he's been responding to everything going on. Because of like Hashiba's connection to her, it's like a weird thing for him. He's like, wait a minute, you know, he's getting jealous a lot. And I think that in the end, he like, he recognizes his feelings for her, and she already likes him. You know, she's like, she gets so upset, like when he's like runs away and he's been like kind of avoiding her and stuff. And she's like, what happened? And I felt so bad for her in that moment. And then also he faked an injury to keep her around. Dude, he likes her. He really does. It's a little scummy to fake an injury to keep her around, but he does like her. It was a great episode. Next up, good, I guess, the Dusk one. I feel like this show is not going to really be all that. It really feels like it's going to be kind of mid overall. And mid in the sense of like, I wouldn't just judge one episode like level of mid, right? Like I kind of give the benefit of the doubt to an episode because the episode could be setting up a lot. Right? It can be dropping some lore, some info. But the show overall, I think, isn't going to be that great. I'm really seeing like doubts for the show, in my opinion. And maybe you disagree, and that's okay. You can disagree with me, you know, you don't have to agree with everything that I say. The siblings finally get to be with each other, which is cool. Yeah, I think that was more along the lines of like, we don't really fuck with you, Dad. Not like, you are literally not our biological father. Some of the things that happen in this are kind of like, all right, dude. What are we doing with the writing here? It's like, no, dude. No, dude. So for me, I was it was a good episode. I don't know. I think I need to maybe fucking differentiate here. Maybe we go best, peak, good, mid. Like, I think a lot more things would be in this mid. If I moved this shit down, if I moved some things around, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I even call that good, man. The problem is there are elements to these shows that are good, and then there are elements that are not. So then it's tough. Like, do I put it in good? Do I put it in mid? And I'm kind of torn between the two. That's what ends up happening, I think, more often than not. And so I don't know. It's somewhere in this like category here. I think Dusk is in this between good and mid. I think One Final Thing is between good and mid. I think that from One Piece up is in good for sure. But these two are like kind of like skirting the fence a little bit. Same with Ranma. Ranma's kind of on the fence a little bit as well. These two are like certainly mid. In fact, again, the assassin one might even just be trash. Yo. Campfire cooking, great this week. Loved campfire cooking. It was delicious in dungeon. Campfire cooking was literally delicious in dungeon this week. I really enjoyed it a lot. Great. I have nothing else to say about it. It was great. I really enjoyed the episode. Backstabbed in a backwater dungeon this week, dealing with gold. Good. Top of the good. Maybe even bottom great. Maybe. This week, he found out that everyone from his village is fucking dead. He really hates the higher-ups now. Like, bro doesn't just want revenge for himself. Now he wants revenge for all the people from his village, including his family. Goes to a dungeon. So he's in the dungeon. And before getting in there, he has to deal with these, like, fucking noble dickhead elves. Gets in the dungeon and runs into the same noble dickhead elf. They helped out the kids that were in a party. Oh, and then a monster showed up, right? Didn't a monster show up? It scared all the like wolves out of, and then the monster showed up. Yeah, good episode. I don't think it's worthy of going up to a great, but I think that it's good being where it is. Lastly, we've got the Princess anime. This week, Princess got into it with the ancient wizard or whatever. I don't even know what to call him. And he basically sent her to go deal with the son. And I think she like develops a level of like sympathy for him. Empathy, sympathy, something. I think she likes him. I think she's gonna help him to like kind of come to her so that way he doesn't have to be sent away, because that's his big thing. He doesn't want to be sent away. And he won't have to be if she's like, yo, I want this kid to be part of my squad. And so that's how Ezekiel ends up joining Ati. I think that's how it's gonna go down. Oh, she learned water magic. That was cool. So there's that too. So now our girl's got water magic, and I think she's gonna get closer with Ezekiel. Yeah, honestly, for me, I'd say also good episode. Maybe even, no, good. Yeah. I think this is the way I'd have it. This is my tier list, chat. Best one of the week. My Hero. The peak of the week, the 4 episodes that I like the most, the ones that I like the most outside of obviously the best one. Genosha, love it. I love this Among Us vibe. Tojima wants to be a Kamen writer. A great example of an action comedy. Gachiakuta, more information, more characters, more action. Zanka versus Jabber, great. Loved it. And then, of course, any Anya moments are just great. Also, we finally got to see Sylvia in action, which was awesome. Get to see what she gets up to. So, peak of the week. Easily the worst episode of the week was this fucking assassin one. Terrible. I hated it. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Next time we do this, we will not be including Tatsuki Fujimoto's thing until 2 weeks from now. I might start Twisted Wonderland, maybe, if people are hyping it. I might start Visions. Do people give a shit about Visions? I feel like they don't. I am currently working on season 4 of Kingdom over on Patreon. Maybe we bring something over here to YouTube if people are really interested in Kingdom. I don't know. And then obviously we had a bye week, I guess, a bye week for Uma. What'd you guys think of the episodes this week? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know how you disagree. Be respectful. If you're not respectful, I will ban you forever and you can go fuck yourself. If you are respectful, then I respect your opinion. Let's have a discussion about this shit. This is the way that I rated the week, and I want to know what you think down in the comments. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and next week, Thursday, we'll have another. Till then, make sure you all keep it fresh.